this is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed human.
This July 4th at Lowe's, get up to 45% off select major appliances. Plus, save $80 on the select Charbroil Performance Series gas grill, now $299. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 7/8. While supplies last, selection varies by location. See Lowes.com for more details.
Visit your nearby Lowe's on East 17th Avenue in Hutchinson.
Hey everyone, it's Cal Penn. I'm inviting you to join the best-sounding book club you've ever heard with my podcast, Hearsay, the Audible and iHeart audiobook club. Every episode, I nerd out with amazing guests and dive into the best new audiobooks available on Audible. It's the book club for your ears. Listen to Hearsay, the Audible and iHeart audiobook club on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
He's dribbling the ball with everything on the line. He's driving down the pitch. He's facing price hikes and cuts past him. Carrier contracts, tries to block him. Oh, he leaves him in the dust. He's at the edge of the box. He cuts past the nonstop group chat trash talk. He clears on goal. He shoots. Goal! Unlimited data for $25 a month forever!
Visit your local Boost Mobile store today to get unlimited data with a price that never changes. Boost Mobile. After 30 GB, customers may experience lower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost $25 unlimited plan.
Introducing Taco Bell's new jalapeno citrus salsa with bright citrus, real red jalapenos, guajillo chiles. Usually, you add sauce to the food, but when the sauce is this good, the food is just there to get the sauce to your mouth. That rolled quesadilla, not a rolled quesadilla anymore. Now it's a sauce shovel. Taco Bell's jalapeno citrus salsa. Get it with any item on the Cantina chicken menu while it's here. At participating U.S. Taco Bell locations for a limited time only. While supplies last. Contact store for availability.
Oh, shit. Welcome back. It's a brand new episode. This is a podcast. This is the cup. I fucked up my own intro.
You're nervous.
I'm nervous. We don't do a lot of podcasts on video.
Yeah, this is a big show for you.
Man, here, let me restart. Let me capture myself here. Okay.
Is that what you look like composed?
This is me composed. Yeah.
Hit that intro, go! Laugh with me when the rent's past due and the car won't start. Laugh with me when the only sponsor is my broken heart. We're hanging on this janky stream. Two weird voices in the glow of a screen. If the world won't sing, then let it laugh with me.
Welcome back. It's a brand new episode. This is Laugh With Me, the podcast. Jeremy Odem, and I'm your host.
Jeremy stares at the stats and shaking over takeout boxes. Johnny's already mapping hotels on a napkin with greasy crosses. They quit jobs, they kinda hate it. Tell their bosses, catch the show. Boss just shrugs, hope it's funny. Johnny grins, you'll never know.
It's J.O. And we have the Friday happy hour. Crack open your beers. Get ready for the weekend, the holiday weekend at that. And we've got our very special guest. He was the 2025 Laugh With Me Guest of the Year. He is a giant in the transportation industry. He's a former fantasy football champion. He was once the 5th speaker at Central. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show, Eric Larson.
Thank you. Give a round of applause. Keep that going for America. Happy 250th.
Happy 250. So you are just going to go ahead and hand off that applause as your gift to America?
Yeah.
Is that kind of where you're at?
Well, I wanted to make sure we got it in.
Did you get America anything?
Yeah, I've got this hat.
Oh, hey. Yeah, you do. Have a red, white, and blue Twin Cities, Minnesota Twins hat. There you go.
Yeah.
Got the old TC. Do they have a mascot named TC? Because if they don't, that's a missed opportunity.
Yeah. They do have a mascot named TC.
Do they have two of them? Are they twins?
No.
Because that's a missed opportunity as well.
No.
Although knowing the twins, they wouldn't want to pay two people.
yes. There's some, some austerity measures going on in Minneapolis right now. They just don't have the budget to stretch to two mascots.
Mm-hmm. Well, welcome to the show. I know we wanted to end the week strong, have a beer, and you had what was one of the, I would assume, is going to be up there in your top sporting events you've ever been to, and you've been to some bangers,
100%.
but this one, I would assume, and I can't wait to hear about it because we haven't even talked about it. I can't wait to hear about your experience at the World Cup in Kansas City, Missouri, just a little over a week ago. Dude, I'm hyped to hear about your experience. I had some FOMO when you were sending me pictures of you being there because I'm like, I could have been there.
You did wait. You waited quite a while before you partook, and I was just like, oh man, yeah, that guy. I mean, a lot of my hesitation in being excited about you being there was that you've been throwing some shade at me in the group chat, so I know, there was some tension in the group chat. Let's just say, because you've been throwing some shade my way. It's encouragement.
Encouragement?
Yeah, kind of like how, during the off season, Kobe would go and learn a new 2-step backwards jumper. He'd come back each season with some new piece of his arsenal, and I want you to reach down inside you, and I don't want you to just be a regular podcast host. I want you to be the best podcast host.
I've been trying to be the best. I'm doing the best I can.
I think the best way for you to improve your show would just be to say more funny things.
Oh, shit. You're not the first person to say that, and you won't be the last person to say that. In fact, if anything, the bigger this show gets, I feel like I'm going to hear that more. But we're doing the best we can. At least Johnny is. He writes all my jokes, so
yep.
There you go.
And I've seen the statistics, so I know your batting average for jokes, and it's a little bit better than the Mendoza line, but
yeah.
If you get to where half the jokes land, you could be a powerhouse.
It could be a powerhouse. Can you imagine? I mean, the ego I would have if half my jokes landed.
Yep. And then you would have the downhill effect of that would be people would be like, this Jeremy Odem, he's so funny. And I would be like, well, I was funnier than him in high school.
Yeah.
So therefore, I'm just as funny. And I wouldn't need to prove it. Nobody would be asking me for proof. They'd just be like, oh, well, the math checks out.
The math checks out. Yeah. If he's funny now and you were funnier than him in high school,
yeah,
we could assume you're probably still on that level.
You
maybe
sense a little skepticism here.
Well, I do remember in high school the battle of who's funnier, and we did it without ever really having any kind of
it was very subjective.
Yeah, there's no mark on it. It was just well, I'm funnier than that guy. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's kind of comedy anyway.
Well, all right, we're going to have to stop talking about this because I feel like next thing we're going to be like, all right, when's the next high school reunion?
Yeah. You were going to go there with clipboards and just be like, who would you say was funnier? Yeah.
Yep. All right, I've got 5 statements here. Tell me how many of these you think are funnier. Jeremy just got 4 out of 5 on that one.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to step up my game.
Knowing our luck, Austin Anderson shows up to our reunion, and then it's like, well, yes, you may be funnier than him, but Austin over there's got you both beat. It's like, son of a bitch. Well, we're here to talk the World Cup. I'm hyped because I was just watching the U.S. just the other night, and it's like the stadiums are packed. I don't know if I was expecting that. I mean, I always watch the World Cup in other countries, and they're packed. I guess I didn't know what to expect with it being in the U.S. and just the climate of the world right now, and would people show up? And man, they're excited. So I don't know. How was your experience, I guess?
Well, first of all, let me set the scene.
Okay.
Because as you said, this was, a once in a lifetime athletic, monumental performance. So just to, kind of put us in the mode to fully let this sink in, I want to set the scene for you. And I want to take you back to a date in history. And that date would be May 6th, 1954. A balmy, foggy English morning at Oxford University, the Iffley Road Track. Chris Chataway and Chris Brasher stand by, ready to be pacemakers.
You are referring to the World Cup, correct?
I'm getting there. Okay. This is important backstory.
Wow. You are the historian of the pod. I guess that makes sense.
Roger Bannister stands by.
Okay.
Ready to do what people had said was considered biologically impossible.
Did you prepare a monologue? What is this?
He's about to run the world's first 4-minute mile.
No.
Chris Chataway is going to run with him the first 2 laps and then give way to Chris Basher. And they're going to get it done. They're going to beat the 4-minute mile by 1/3 of a second.
No, they're not, because this is not what we're talking about.
I'm setting the scene. I'm getting the people in the mode.
Okay.
Flash forward, June 23rd, 2026.
Okay, so 4 days before you were at the World Cup?
Oh, you want to talk about the World Cup now?
The World Cup, yeah. So I don't know what happened on June 23rd, but...
Well, I walked a really... it was a 15-minute mile. A perfect... It took me 15 minutes. 15 minutes, no seconds, 1 mile.
Literally not what we're talking about here. We're talking about you...
We're talking about the pinnacle of human athleticism.
Yeah, exactly. The World Cup. The world is watching, the United States, North America watching, here, all the world's top soccer athletes are here, the best teams. This is the pinnacle of their careers.
It's your pod, so I'll talk about whatever you want me to talk about. But I think you're really missing the plot here.
Here's the thing: is I'm just going to very quickly run down what we discussed via text about today's podcast, which was, hey, you know how you were at the World Cup on the 27th? You're like, oh yeah, it was awesome. Well, let's do a happy hour and let's talk about it. It sounds awesome. I want to hear about it. Yeah, one of the greatest physical athletic achievements it's ever been.
That's where you're losing me on the athletic achievement, because I feel like what I did was pretty important.
Okay, so what did you do? Because the World Cup is what I want to hear about. Yeah, it's
so
a 15-minute mile
on Saturday. Drove down to Kansas City here from Omaha. Mm-hmm. Stayed downtown by the Power and Light. Went out there. The game that night was Austria and Algeria.
And you were there with our friend Sloppy Rob.
Yes.
Yeah. How was that?
It was great. It's always good. Let's say you were playing tennis with somebody. If the person you're playing against a pro, it's not going to be fun for you, So it was important that I had somebody who was just as much of a moron about soccer as I am.
That helps.
That was why I invited you first.
Thank you.
Because I was just like, Jeremy doesn't. He's not a curious person. He doesn't know about World Cup.
Here's the thing. Here's what I know about it. I know that depending on what group you get in, will basically set the tone for whether or not you have a shot. I know that's
yeah.
And the United States was in a historically bad group, so we were already set up for success, which makes sense because we're host.
Yep.
And then I know that once you get out of group, if you get out of group, then you go to the field of 32, and then it's the best of the best.
So that was the big drama of our matchup. It's Austria and Algeria. Both teams were 1 win, 0 losses, and 1 draw each.
Okay.
And this was the last game of group play. So their last chance to advance.
So it was a pretty important game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they knew going into it that if one team won and one team lost, that only the winning team would go in. But if they played a draw, both teams would go in.
Okay.
So the game started at 9 p.m. that night. Again, it's the last day of that group play. And so you could just feel it in the stadium. It was one of those few... The only other games that I've been to that have ever been like this were the AFC Championship, Chiefs-Bengals, that we went to.
Amazing game.
And then the first quarter of the 2019 Peach Bowl, which I attended, which that was the LSU Oklahoma game where Joe Burrow threw 6 touchdowns like in the first half.
I love you said first quarter because it was like,
I mean, he did. He threw like 3 of them or 3 or 4 of them in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Well, and then like people started going in there, but at the beginning of that game, everybody was in their seat. Every single person is sitting there like ready to go, and that's how the World Cup environment was the entire time. It wasn't like an NFL game where you probably got 2/3 of the people watching it for most of the game. 1/3 of them are talking, or they're in the concourses getting a hot dog and a beer, doing that kind of stuff. Like it was very. Our section had a ton of like Austrian fans in it.
So that was my question is, because this is the Arrowhead, right?
Yep.
So big stadium, big. I mean, I've seen the comments from people coming into America to experience the World Cup, and they're like, "What do the Americans do with these big stadiums?" And it's like, we play football. Like we play football every week, every Sunday.
Well, we play football in Arrowhead 8 times a year.
8 times a year, yes. But like, it was packed. Was it packed with fans from the 2 teams? I mean,
so
I guess
there was a good percent. I would say maybe like 20% Austrian fans, 20% Algerian fans, and then probably 60% that were like Rob and I, where, I think everybody had their breath held. Like, are they even going to like try to score a goal, or is this just going to be like they call it a handshake draw, where it's just like, hey, we won't push you too hard, you don't push us too hard, we'll both live to play another day.
Well, we've seen that with Chargers Raiders week 17 on a Sunday night.
Yep.
And in overtime.
Yep.
And if they tie, they both go to the playoffs. Otherwise, winner goes on. And it
took that damn time out.
The Chargers took a timeout, and Raiders win. But
so everybody, I think, is kind of watching out for that to happen.
Yep.
But then all of a sudden, you would have just this spark of offense, and a team would go in and they would score a goal, and then it was almost like you could just feel the other team just get all uptight because all of a sudden they're like,
"What's up?"
on the hook.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that was the thing. It's just like I feel like there was probably that 20%. The Austrians, like stereotypically, I felt like they were very reserved, like they were cheering. The Algerians felt like they were going crazy,
right?
Like when there was a goal. And I feel like most Americans that were there were like Rob and I, where they were just like, this is
awesome.
Like anytime anybody would score a goal, we're like, yes! Yeah. Or, there'd be like a stoppage of play, and like Rob and I would be like looking at each other like, what just happened? Well, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But I can, maybe this happened. And like you could kind of see the other people around us like giving us side eyes like, God, stupid
Americans.
Yeah, stupid drunk Americans.
Well, like this is what I know about soccer. It is fun to watch live because it's always happening. Yep. I mean, the clock's always running. There's always something going on. Even during stoppage, there's something happening.
Well, and you can see the players and how they're spread out.
Correct.
Because a lot of it is just they're kicking the ball back and forth, but like you can't see that they're setting up basically an attack. So it's not like football or hockey or something like that where this like the attack can come like. You can kind of see it happening beforehand. Like they're hiding it until the last moment where they decide the ball carrier is going to go forward and make an aggressive pass.
And it's loud the whole time, right? Like isn't everybody there's just noise?
There wasn't as much of that as like I've been to a couple like USA like pro games. And that is where they're making noise the entire time. There's chants. There definitely was like that, but maybe it just wasn't loud enough to like fill the whole entire stadium.
Okay.
Like give it that whole like heartbeat.
Because we've been at Arrowhead and it's been loud.
Yes.
Like many a times we've been at Arrowhead and it's been loud. Yeah, I was interested to know if that translated over to soccer, but that makes a lot of sense that the crowd is pretty, divided. It's not a predominant Kansas City Chiefs crowd where they're going to be screaming.
Yeah, and it's kind of like too, I don't know too much like about Algeria or like any of those countries. So it was like, oh, hey, like there's a lot of like green jerseys here too. Like It felt like we were seeing a lot of Austrian fans at first. And then all of a sudden it was just like once game time, it's just like, man, there's a ton of like green jerseys here. So yeah, it was awesome. All the fans were great. I mean, had no real problems with them.
You didn't get kicked in the shins.
Nobody kicked me in the shins.
Good.
And I might have, on behalf of the United States, like covered us all in glory with a couple of fans.
You bought some beers?
No. So we were walking in, downtown Kansas City. There were two fans in front of us, both with like dark blue jerseys. I think it's the French like jerseys. And one of them, those little like flags, those like little like 6-inch flags.
Yeah.
One of them, the flag falls out of his pocket.
Oh, did you pick it up?
And so I saw it, and I'm like, hey, buddy, you dropped your flag. Mm-hmm. And so he turned around, and I handed him the flag, and he was like, hey, good going, Americano.
Oh, you didn't immediately burn it. You handed it back to him?
I handed it back to him.
Wow.
And I got the I'm proud to be called Americano by, a French person in Kansas City.
Kansas City, Missouri. Yeah, that's big time. Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, so What
were the prices like for beers at the stadium during the World Cup?
I'm not done talking about.
Oh, you're still talking about the French guy? All right. No,
I want to bask in the glory.
Talk about the French guy. I would have. Go ahead. It's your show. Go ahead.
So the moral of the story, and what I really wanted to get to, is you always got to keep your eyes down.
That's your point.
You always got to keep your eyes down,
no,
and you got to be watching. You got to be watching for opportunities. You got to be watching for hurdles out there. Mm-hmm. That's one of those things. Like I never step on cracks. Like if I'm walking, I never step on the crack. I always avoid the crack, and it's not because of the mother's back thing. I've heard the mother's back thing.
That's where I thought you were heading.
But the whole entire key to getting a 15-minute mile is consistency. And you can't get consistency if you're stepping on the cracks, because the cracks could, like if there's an elevation shift in there, that could trip you up.
You can't. Well, more at the Friday Happy Hour and Eric Larson in just a second. But before we do that, this episode of Laugh With Me is brought to you by, beer. That's right. Straight from the brewery. Not a craft label with a guy named Chad explaining notes of oak and disappointment. Just straight beer. You know what I'm talking about, Eric?
Sounds kind of basic.
Cold, wet, somehow always familiar. Always at the family reunions, the softball games, the World Cup, soccer games. Sometimes in the trunk of a car in the parking lot at a football game. I mean, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Sounds kind of tasty.
Beer's the official beverage of saying, well, I probably shouldn't, and immediately doing it anyway. I mean, that's what we do. I mean, always. How many times has somebody offered you a beer and you were like, and then you took the beer?
How many times have I not taken the beer?
Zero, yeah. Beer's always there for you after you mow the lawn. Beer's there for you when you watch football. Beer is there for you when you do a podcast with a fella who's 43 years old, just learned to skateboard, back's broken, and keeps questioning you about your World Cup trip.
Who are we talking about?
That's me. We're talking about me. Yeah. Without beer, nobody's ever looked at a microphone and confidently said, you know what this party needs? Me singing Journey. Beer's the equivalent. Beer makes it happen. And Laugh With Me is proudly brought to you by beer. We'll be right back.
The official language of football is trash talk, late night group chats, memes, and unbelievable highlight clips. That's why Boost Mobile brings you our new global connection plan. The first plan ever made for WhatsApp. Get unlimited data, talk and text, international roaming, and calls to over 100 countries for just $40 a month.
$40 price includes $5 a month auto pay discount. After 40 gigabytes of premium high-speed data, speeds will be lowered. Coverage not available everywhere. Visit store or boostmobile.com for details.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made $15 bills. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan required. $15 per month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when network is busy. See terms.
Hey everyone, it's Cal Penn, host of Earsay, the Audible and iHeart audiobook club. This week on the podcast, I'm sitting down with Will Wheaton, who played Gordy LeChance in Stand By Me 40 years ago and now narrates Stephen King's The Body, the novella that inspired it all. We talk about what it's like to return to a story that shaped his life, channeling his memories of River Phoenix in the recording booth, and why the friendships you have at 12 might be the most important ones you'll ever have.
I know Gordy LeChance. I am Gordy LeChance. Even when I was a little kid, I was Gordy LeChance when I didn't know it.
Listen to Earsay, the Audible and iHeart audiobook club on the iHeart Radio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
When Kohler, the global design leader in luxurious kitchen and bath products, came to me and said, "Martha, we need an ambassador for our timeless, elegant, durable cast iron products." I said, "I'm in. Now let me see the factory." Weeks later, I was suited up in coveralls and work boots, walking through their Kohler, Wisconsin cast iron foundry. I stood next to the molten iron furnace, saw the hand-applying enamel, and touched the gorgeous finished products waiting to be sent out into the world. Since 1883, Kohler cast iron products have been forged and finished by the incredible craftspeople right in Kohler, Wisconsin. I'll tell you, I gained a newfound respect and appreciation for Kohler's cast iron craftsmanship. So now, I'm lending my discerning stamp of approval to my most beloved Kohler cast iron products for their durability, beauty, and timelessness. Shop my Kohler cast iron favorites curated on Kohler.com. Bring the warmth, character, and enduring style of these timeless products into your kitchens and bathrooms. As the Kohler cast iron ambassador, I say, long live cast iron.
I want to so badly be like, why are we talking about this 15-minute mile again? But I do need to ask, how is the crack in the concrete shift you either way in your time? I so badly want to say, please get back to the Kansas City.
So you're saying that if your foot fell on two different levels,
two levels, it's a crack.
You weren't thinking about it, and one level is an inch higher than the other. You wouldn't kind of like stumble a little bit?
Couldn't you use it if you're looking down and you know what you're doing? Couldn't you use that as leverage to push off?
But imagine if you saw a French flag laying there.
I'd burn
when
it.
You're looking for cracks, you could pick it up, you could hand it back, and you could get a nice job Americano.
Which is a nice compliment. I'm not taking away your compliment, but it is odd that that's your point. That this is that we're discussing this right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is this not up to the level?
This is insane. So you're downtown Kansas City. What were you doing downtown? Because the game at Arrowhead, is anyone who's been around, Arrowhead, Kansas City, Missouri, it's not exactly downtown. What were you doing downtown?
Well, we were going to take the shuttle bus. There's a shuttle bus that went from the Fan Fest downtown, which is right by Power and Light, to the stadium.
Did you end up taking the shuttle?
Oh, yeah.
I've heard stories on this. I saw a TikTok. There was a guy who took the shuttle to the stadium, then after the game, saw the mass crowd of people trying to leave to take the shuttle. He chose to go Uber. He got back to his hotel probably an hour and a half, 2 hours later. We have experienced the Kansas City Arrowhead traffic before after a game. Was the shuttle pretty efficient?
Oh, it was flawless.
Wow.
All right. Well, so I guess there is one story I want to tell on the shuttle.
Okay. Hold on. Before you tell the story, does it have anything to do with the French flag?
No.
Perfect.
No.
Go ahead.
I've already X'd that off my sheet.
Yep, go for it.
Not you. You're a francophobe. That's the term for you.
There's a term?
Yeah.
For people like me?
Yeah. Well, you're either a francophile or a francophobe. Kind of like English. Anglophile, anglophone.
English?
Yeah.
I speak American. God. It's America 250. Anyways.
So we get on the shuttle bus and we're like going along and, it's a full shuttle bus. Like, everybody's in it. Kind of one of the nicer ones with the nice seats in it that you could do like a couple hours. You could be on there. You'd be comfortable.
Yeah.
So just, mind your own business, talking, chatting, look out the window and going through some rough areas of KC.
And this is going to the stadium?
Going to the stadium and kind of like looking around and it's just like telling Rob, I'm just like, this is pretty bleak. Like, I don't know that this is necessarily the side of, you know, the United States that we want to show our international guests.
Right.
And so we keep going, and, you know, we end up turning left into like this almost like neighborhood. And then the bus immediately like flips around like through this big intersection. And the driver comes on the speakers and he says, the GPS in my phone screwed up.
GPS in my phone.
And so it took us off course, but we're back on course, and we'll be heading towards the stadium now.
He was taking you to where the Chiefs are relocating to their new stadium.
It's just like one of these, like, I guess it would make sense that there'd be some sort of, you know, tracking and some, like an Uber would have in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of a little alarming that, you know, there's 60 people on this bus. You know?
The world's watching.
Yeah.
We couldn't figure out our route.
I think we were like the last bus to get to the stadium.
Damn.
And so like everybody had already gone through, like they had these big corrals for bringing people in and kind of spreading them out so that they wouldn't all hit, you know, the ticket office. But we're like looking up at the stadium, and it's just like, it's like 10 minutes till like kickoff. Like we could see the people like sitting in there. Like this wasn't you know, we've been to many Arrowhead games where it's just like, oh, we'll wander in at some point during the first quarter.
Sure.
We'll take in the flyby and the anthem and stuff from out here, and then we'll start thinking about heading back in. No, this was like 98% of the people were already in their seats.
Wow.
And we're like going through this giant maze with nobody in front of us, just like, you know, let us in.
Did you get a beer before you went to your seat?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We missed the anthems, but we got the beginning of the game.
So you don't know who sang the anthem?
Nope.
Okay.
And I probably wouldn't have recognized either anthem.
Yeah. Oh, good point. I was thinking our anthem. And then what was beer pricing like?
It was
same as always?
It was awful.
Oh, really?
It was worse.
Oh, worse?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it
like
was
a $20 beer.
I think I manually overrode it to just leave a $4 tip, but I think it was like $48 for a round.
Oh no, that's you wish you still lived in Atlanta, don't you? Because they had their normal, very very like reduced price concession stand prices for the World Cup, which kudos to them for still doing that. Yeah. Oh wow, I have seen that the international travelers have commented on our pricing.
Yeah, well, I'm sure. I mean,
yeah,
the people in the EU that use euros, they're probably like, this is fine because their money's worth more than ours.
Sure.
But for like Algeria,
yeah,
they're probably looking at it like,
they're going broke.
Oh my God, you want how much?
Exactly.
Yeah, and anybody who, you know, got their own currency, it's like, well, it's not going to measure up to the dollar. But that was the other thing that was surprising. So this was, I think, the 5th game that they played in Kansas City, and they've still got 2 to go. There was not a scarf like the soccer scarves or like T-shirt to be found there.
What's up with that? Were they sold out, or
yes.
they were sold out?
So like they had a big fan fest like thing that was in downtown, basically where they did the draft in downtown KC. And so I went to the store there, and it was like, man, this is like really like low selection. So it's just like, all right, well, no big deal. I want to get a scarf. I'll get one at the game. And so at the game, went down to the concourses and, you know, went through and went the second store. I just asked the lady, I was just like, am I going to find a scarf like anywhere around here? And she's just like, no, we sold out of them like last weekend.
Jeez.
And it was just like one of these things like, man, if you would have had like 30,000 scarves in stock, you would have sold 30,000 scarves probably to that like crowd.
You would have.
But yeah, there was nothing really like a shirt or a scarf that said KC World Cup.
Souvenir cup?
Yeah, I guess actually I did get one souvenir cup. Actually, now that you mention it. But yeah, I mean, that's not as fun.
But you want a scarf.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably not, and it's probably not worth looking online to get one.
Well, I did find one. So
okay, good.
I found one on a large retailer's website, even though all of the sporting goods stores around us had sold out for them. And I found one. And so I got a notification yesterday that it had shipped from Nevada. So I don't know why there was a Kansas City World Cup. It might be an adventure just to see what they sent me, because it might not be a Kansas City World Cup scarf.
Coming from the world of Hy-Vee, grocery stores. That seems like a Hy-Vee thing in Kansas City, where they would have bought like 30,000 of these scarves and had them for sale for people, knowing the major retailers, the actual, the official sellers couldn't do it. But I'll bet they didn't have access to it. Like they probably only had.
That could have been the problem. Was just
FIFA probably only said, "Here you go," to certain. Yeah, they're pretty specific to their brand, which is awesome. But
yeah, well, I mean, you think about it too, like a grocery store. Like you probably get a lot of that just from people. Like our first thought was, my friend Rob had another friend of his that was down in KC, and he was like, "Well, we could stay with them. We could,
Yep.
And I'm sure there's a lot of people staying with family or staying with friends there to, duck the crowds in the hotels. Yeah.
Sloppy Rob.
We decided it was probably better for us to not hang out all day in KC and then show up at his friend's house at 2 a.m.
Probably a good
just
idea.
been like, point me to the couch.
Well, I do know the day after your game, we didn't hear from you until like 8 p.m.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty rough hangover, huh?
Dehydration was a big piece of that.
Oh, true. I guess it was pretty freaking hot out.
Yeah. So it wasn't too bad during the day, but it was so like the game didn't start till 9 p.m. and I sweated more at the game than anywhere just because it was so humid.
Oh, I didn't even realize the game was so late.
Yeah.
Okay, that would make sense because you guys were going at it pretty early.
Yeah. So I mean, we made a whole day of it, but yeah, it took a little bit of recovery before a lot of water drinking and a couple of more hours of sleep once I made it back up to Omaha.
Who drove?
I did.
Oh, very nice. Wow.
So I held it together.
You're a hero.
Yeah.
How'd Rob do?
I mean, he seemed good.
Yeah.
I mean, he's in shape. He's been getting himself ready.
He has
for the fall. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we need a guy like that. We need him for football season. So what would you say, like, because you went to like was it the Fan Fest type thing? Was it right outside Arrowhead, or where was that you went to?
It was just south of the Power and Light District. It's a whole area on there. But yeah, the pricing was very similar there to the stadium. Oh. So you kind of had to. You had to look out for opportunities. Like we found a couple different bars on our way there that were
good.
Felt like they were just at normal pricing.
Yep.
It kind of when you always got to keep your eyes open for those kind of opportunities. It's kind of like sometimes I'll see like a bird and I'll take like a snap of it and I'll say, "Hey, I saw this bird," and I'll send it to everybody I know.
Yeah, I do get those from you.
So you always got to keep your eyes open for those like little opportunities. I think I saw a squirrel once. I saw some like many birds, even some indistinct objects in the distance that I'm not sure were birds, but that I claimed as birds.
With all those people, how were there birds still hanging out?
Oh no, this is like when I go for my walks.
What are you talking about? We're talking about the World Cup.
So you watch out for the cracks, and then but you also need to kind of keep your eyes up for those snap opportunities because people are dependent on me.
What is this walk? What is this walk?
I got 15-minute mile, Jeremy.
That's not
exactly 15 minutes, like no seconds, either below or above that. Exactly 15 minutes.
Where were you going?
To the bar.
You were walking.
Yeah, I was walking to a brewery.
What?
It was a 1.3 mile walk, and I made the first mile of that in exactly 15 minutes.
So. Were you trying to do this?
No.
Oh, you just landed on 15. I just
have such positive like momentum and just equilibrium, and I'm able to watch out for the cracks. I'm able to watch out for the birds.
Yep.
And just steady pace.
You're the guy that when you're pumping gas, if you land on even, you take a picture,
that's
right?
That's exactly what this is, and I think it's ridiculous. When you think of me, you think of Roger Bannister, and you think of people that got the perfect pump and gas as being kind of on that same wavelength.
Who's Roger Bannister? Is that your mile guy?
He's the dude that ran the 4-minute mile.
Nobody cares about this guy. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the World Cup, Kansas City, Missouri. You were there.
Yes.
Now, you did do a 15-minute walk, it sounds like, to the bar. So did you clock your way back? What?
Yeah, I do. After 4 beers, I was not on the same pace.
You were slower, faster?
I was slower.
Slower.
What
do you do when you got to pee and you're on a big walk like that? Do you stop? Do you just walk backwards and let it flow? Like, what's your strategy?
Walk backwards and let it flow. Like,
I've done it.
You think of like a propulsion?
Yeah,
like
you just you
like a jet engine, like
yeah. I mean, if you were walking forward and peeing, you'd walk into it, right?
So see, the problem that you run into is when I leave the bar, it's dark outside. So then I got to watch out for bike riders because they've got the little light on the front of their bike, but it's not always very powerful.
I want to correct you on that. They have to watch out for you.
Well, yeah,
you were the walking one.
Well, that is true, and there's a decent chance that it might hurt them more to run into me than it would.
That's a good point.
So yeah, that's a great point, and I'm glad. Watch out for cracks, watch out for birds, watch out for bikes. These are the 3 things that lead to 15-minute walking mile.
Okay, can we go? Let's go back to World Cup. Who do you have winning this thing? I mean, you were there. You saw 2 of the teams. One of them made it into the round of 32. So you might have an idea of...
Well, and that's what I've been trying to get to this entire time. That's what we did the setup for. That's what we did all this for.
Okay.
So on June 23rd, there was a World Cup game this year. The teams in it, England and Ghana.
England and Ghana. Okay.
All right.
Now we're getting somewhere.
I'm doing my 15-minute mile. They play to a draw, so they both get a point, but England advances to the next round. Now, 1954, England is in the World Cup.
Hey.
And they win it all.
Hey.
So are you going to tell me that I do this walk, England's in the World Cup both times, and that England's not going to win it again this year?
That makes all the sense in the world.
Like, all the stars are aligned.
So you're telling me you watched that game on the 23rd, you did your 15-minute mile, and you were just putting the pieces together, and you're like, this makes all sense. Like, this is who I've got to win it all at the World Cup.
Well, I just found out about the England-Ghana tie today as I was doing the show prep.
Okay, so is any of this true?
Probably not.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Eric. I don't know what to say. Do you have anything to promote? What are you doing here? This has been Laugh With Me.
Hit that intro, go! Laugh with me when the rent's past due and the car won't start. Laugh with me when the only sponsor is my broken heart. We're hanging on this janky stream, 2 weird voices in the glow of a screen. If the world won't sing, then let it laugh with me.
The official language of football is trash talk, late night group chats, memes, and unbelievable highlight clips. That's why Boost Mobile brings you our new global connection plan. The first plan ever made for WhatsApp. Get unlimited data, talk and text, international roaming, and calls to over 100 countries for just $40 a month.
$40 price includes $5 a month auto pay discount. After 40 gigabytes of premium high-speed data, speeds will be lowered. Coverage not available everywhere. Visit store or boostmobile.com for details.
Hey everyone, it's Cal Penn. I'm inviting you to join the best-sounding book club you've ever heard with my podcast, Earsay, the Audible and iHeart audiobook club. Every episode, I nerd out with amazing guests and dive into the best new audiobooks available on Audible. It's the book club for your ears. Listen to Earsay, the Audible and iHeart audiobook club on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Paramount Plus is now the home of all your BET favorites.
What? Yes!
With all new episodes of Tyler Perry's Divorce Sisters.
You've always liked a little drama.
Plus a whole new world of movies like Gladiator 2.
Now I will control an empire.
Original series like The Chi.
Just make sure we protect each other.
And live sports like UFC.
Welcome to the history books!
New home, same family. Your BET favorites are now on Paramount Plus. Subscribe now.
Grainger knows when you're a procurement manager for an office park, you're not managing one building, you're managing all of them. And to stay ahead, you need to see through walls and around corners. Lights about to fail, filters ready to clog, HVAC on its last leg. If you wait until something breaks, you're already behind. Count on Grainger for quality products, easy reordering, and 24/7 support. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.